As the Trump administration seeks to ramp up deportations, the lack of immigration judges could stifle the president's goals following the firing of more than 24 judges in an effort to reduce the federal workforce. White House correspondent, Serena Marshall reports.
In the month that President Trump has now been back in office, one issue he's touted time and time again, his border policies.
Ultimately, you want to get the criminals out of your state. In the past 4 weeks, illegal border crossings have plummeted by nearly 100%. And you see what we're doing. We're getting them the hell out of here.
And while deportations for, as he has described it, the largest deportation operation in U.S. history have already begun, they could soon hit a wall of his own making. As Scripps News has confirmed, 28 immigration judges have been fired as part of the president's reduction in federal employees. 13 of those judges, like Carrie Doyle, were wrapping up their months-long training only to learn they'd been fired from their one-year probationary status.
You see the piles of work, and then you're told it's not in the agency's interest to continue to employ you.
Doyle was part of the newest class to be hired for the Justice Department's office, responsible for determining removals of those charged with crimes or immigration violations, as well as things like asylum and permanent residency. At the end of fiscal year 2024, there were just 735 immigration judges, according to a congressional report, a tripling since 2015. Still, the backlog in cases has exploded, up more than 1,100% since 2012, now sitting at more than 3.7 million total pending cases, many taking years just to be heard. Doyle in her private practice had challenged Trump's 2017 Muslim travel ban. More recently, though, she served as the lawyer seeking removals as general counsel at ICE and deputy general counsel for the Department of Homeland Security. But she, like many of the judges in her class, had no record from the bench. They were part of a ramp-up in hiring that's been supported by both parties.
We've gotten money to hire new judges almost every year for the last 4 or 5 years to try to address the backlog and the challenges that the court faces.
The president of the union, which represents immigration judges, said the impact will be felt with the delays that are going to come in the courtroom.
Each judge handles 500 to 700 cases a year. So you can do the math pretty quickly and figure out the cases that will not be heard.
We asked the Justice Department and Department of Homeland Security about the firings. The Immigration Office of the Justice Department declined to comment, while DHS told us simply positions are being reevaluated. They did confirm 50 employees within the USCIS, the office responsible for lawful immigration, had been terminated. But despite multiple requests, would not tell us how many personnel within the agencies responsible for immigration enforcement, like CBP and ICE, if any, had been impacted. When we asked the White House about it, they said it's up to each agency to share reductions, but also emphasized no mission-critical positions like border agents were terminated. And those that were either duplicative or due to their employees not being aligned with the administration's goals. A similar sentiment came from the president's border czar.
How dare we? Didn't Biden fire a bunch of immigration judges?
These were folks without any record.
Did Biden fire immigration judges when he came in?
He fired immigration judges that had a record that they said.
End of story.
But those were immigration judges that had a record that they said was partisan. None of these judges
it's out of my lane.
As for Doyle, she hopes she and her colleagues were the last of the cuts to their agency.
If they continue to fire newly hired judges, they really will bring the system to its knees.
Serena Marshall, Scripps News Group, Washington.